I apologize in advance. I'm a little under the weather. But I'd like to congratulate Hassan for winning this primary. It's a tough thing to put yourself out there. I'm finding that out more and more. But it's very rewarding because we get to share ourselves with other people and have them share their experiences with us. And for the people that don't know me, and I think I know just about everybody in here, but I'm a lifelong West Virginian from Monroe County in southern West Virginia. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from Bluefield State College. I received my law degree from the Appalachian School of Law in 2004 and went to work for the largest civil defense firm in southern West Virginia. There was about 10 attorneys there. And south of Charleston was how I'm defining the size of it. About 10 partners and a couple of associates. And my work there consisted of representing insurance companies, coal companies, and banks. I enjoyed it. It was rewarding work, and it was very important work, but I didn't feel like that was my calling. So in 2005, I accepted a position as assistant prosecuting attorney in Berkeley County. And I really felt like to be the type of attorney that I always dreamed of being wasn't sitting behind a computer, but actually being in a courtroom. And there's no better way to get courtroom experience than to be a prosecutor or a public defender. So I accepted that position and I loved it. I fell in love with this area. I find there's a lot of commonality between the people of Berkeley County and Jefferson County and where I grew up. We're all farmers. We have that pedigree. So I started in 2005 in Berkeley County doing misdemeanor cases and also felony cases. Some of those are very serious, very troubling fact patterns that I'm not going to share here today. And in 2009, I was offered a position in Kanawha County. At the time, it felt like the right move for me, and it was a lateral move as an assistant prosecuting attorney. I accepted that position, moved to Charleston, and handled, again, serious felonies at that level. Cases, sexual assault, robberies, up to a double murder trial I've prosecuted. I longed to come home, my new home in the Eastern Panhandle. So in 2010, I had the opportunity to go into private practice with one of my friends, Paul Taylor, and I did so. And I'm equally proud of that work as well. I get to help people on a daily basis when it's generally the toughest day of their life. They're scared, they're nervous. Usually the reason why they're in my office is because of some other problem. This is just a symptom. And I really get to work hands-on with a lot of people. I haven't fixed every one of my clients, but I have reached out and touched a lot of them and got them on the right path, and I'm very proud of them. During this time, I've also been before Mountain State went out of business, I was an adjunct professor there as well, teaching constitutional law, forensic investigative procedures, and court systems. I feel to be connected to my community that you have to be active with your community, and to do that, I'm now the vice president of the board of directors of the Boys and Girls Club. I'm president of the Young Lawyers section of the West Virginia State Bar, and president of the Generation Eastern Panhandle, which is a local group for young professionals that like to connect. I see, and Bridget is the founder of that program.
One of the founders.
One of the founders. Well, she's the one that's here. So it's a great program, and we really enjoy it. And I'm also a drug court mentor. Now that's a little bit about my experiences in the civic realm as well as professionally. Let me tell you about my platform. The first thing that we have to address, any prosecutor, is we've got a heroin problem. Okay, I think everybody understands that sufficiently now. We've got an epidemic. And it doesn't matter, it's not a Berkeley County problem, it's not a Baltimore problem, it's a Jefferson County problem as well. And we've got to do something about it. Now, how are we going to do this? What position is better suited to take on this firsthand? Who's on the front line? I submit to you it's the prosecutor's office. There's a lot of things that we can do. My initiative is to handle the heroin epidemic, is to attack, is called my PET project. And that's capital P, capital E, and capital T. That stands for prevention, enforcement, and treatment. I get it that that's kind of, I don't mean to minimize or make light of the problem by giving it such a silly name, but it's easy to remember, and it's, to me, important to be able to compartmentalize how we're going to have to tackle this. The enforcement part speaks for itself. You lock up people. 45 years, the war on drugs. $1 trillion, 45 million arrests. We got more drugs, more people using, and more potent drugs. Does that work? I think it's pretty clear that we're wasting our efforts and our time. Treatment. We have drug courts in Jefferson County. I'm all for drug courts. I think we need to expand drug courts and continue to support them and get them everything they need. Now, we're about 10 years behind the state, remind you, in getting drug courts in the Panhandle in general. And I don't think that that's appropriate. I don't like that. I don't know, I can't really put my finger on exactly why it's taken so long, but it doesn't matter why. It just is. And that's unacceptable to me. Jefferson County deserves to be on the forefront of this problem. Jefferson County should be the tip of the spear. We've got the best educated population. We have the most affluent population. We have some of the best people I've ever met in my life that really want to do good. And we're 10 years behind. That's not acceptable to me. The next platform is prevention. The prosecutor's office has never taken a position on this. They've never... Is that me? Okay. Well, is that 6 minutes or 7 minutes? Prevention is, we can get out there before the problem starts, working with the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Caleb, for that kind donation that you're going to give. I'm going to hold you to that. So, but no, we've got to work with those programs. We can work with our churches. We can work with our schools to tackle this problem on the demand side, which is not something that's been done by any of the prosecutors around here. I want to change that, and I've got other things. Please come talk to me. Email me, call me. We've got till November to share my ideas. Thank you.